Hey guys, PamOnSunset here. Today we're testing out a pumpkin pie with a cute Thanksgiving themed crust. Okay, so this has already gone wrong for the real girl who's cooking this because I bought this crust, which is not right at all. Then I had to go to the store, 2 stores, to buy this kind of crust. So make sure when you're going shopping for this project that you get this crust and not this crust. So we're not off to a great start with this recipe, but let's get started. So the first thing you're supposed to do is preheat the oven, which I've already done, to 425. The next thing is to roll out the pie crust. I thought I would do a Thanksgiving theme. Thanksgiving's coming up. Oh, I got a hole in it. Let's see if I can fix that. I hope the cuteness is worth what this project is, because I haven't even started and I already don't want to make this again. So this recipe calls for ginger and evaporated milk, both of which I'm allergic to. So I'm going to try not to put the ginger in, and I'm going to use a different kind of milk. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt, and then this is where you would add the ginger and the cloves, but I'm not going to add those. I'm just going to move on to the nutmeg. Anybody with allergies, woo woo, hit me up in the comments. Plus I'm from Connecticut, the nutmeg state. And now all of our dry ingredients are together and we're going to whisk them together. Woo! Mix it up, mix it up. Okay, now we need another bowl for our wet ingredients. 29 ounces and we only need 15, so put in about half. I did math! Really bad at math, guys. Real bad at math. Okay, so it says 1 can of evaporated milk, or not for me. I'm using nondairy creamer because I read that that was possibly a substitute. If you're also non-dairy, you might want to give it a try. Because I know at my Thanksgivings, we almost always have like 4 vegetarians. I don't know if it's just because we live in LA or what, but it's like crazy. Ooh, that looks like a lot. Guys, I don't know about this one. And now we're gonna whisk all of these ingredients together. So that's the egg, the puree, the vanilla, the evaporated milk, and we're going to mix the bowl of dry ingredients into this bowl of wet ingredients. Almost no lumps, but not quite. Now we have to pour this into the waiting pie crust. And you bake it in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. Now we get to make the decorative turkey crust. There's a hole in this one too. I'm just going to use a butter knife. It says for the body we should get a 9-inch bowl to trace. Seems to be working. Alright, there's our turkey body. It has to cut out a neck shape and a head shape and a beak. Now I'm going to go to the pictures because I'm not an artist, so I don't really know how to freehand that. Alright, so the head looks like a thumb. I'm actually maybe going to trace my thumb. I have tiny thumbs, so I think this is a little bit smaller than it should have been. I'm going to do another one. Okay, that seems better. I'm going to use this messed up one to cut the wattle. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Here's my beak. I'm going to move this onto a cutting board. It doesn't say to do this, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put some parchment paper down too because I don't want it to stick. There's the body, there's my head, my wattle, and my beak. Now it says to cut the body into parts, into fractions. More math. I kind of wish I had done this before I added the body. They're saying to cut 15 feathers and to first get cardboard to do as a stencil. But I'm just going to do it freehand because I only have what dough I have left and I don't feel like stopping and stenciling right now. So here we go. Now I'm gonna add just like a little detail with a knife. It kind of looks more like a leaf. But I'm just gonna go with it. Also, their turkey has little eyes, so I'm gonna do little tiny holes in the head. Also wish I had done that before I added it to the body. Now my turkey looks sad. I guess most turkeys probably are sad on Thanksgiving. Now I'm gonna try and assemble the feathers on here. I'm gonna put some of the smaller ones on first. Now I'm taking the bigger ones and filling in the holes. It seems to be working. So now we wait until the pie is baked, and once that's baked, partially, we'll put this on top and then we stick it back in the oven. I'm gonna do some cleanup while I wait for the rest of the pie to bake. Our pie's done. Ooh, it's sizzling. Shouldn't have done that because now the pie just moved away from the crust. I think I can shake it back into the spot. Fun fact, Rosanna Pensino has touched the spatula. I'm not gonna tell you how, but she did. So we have to take the top of this turkey decoration and put it on top of this pie. So I'm putting the spatula under it. Alright, so now it's on the pie. Also, you're supposed to put the feathers on when it was on the pie, but I think it was easier to do it the way I did it. So now we're gonna put the pie back in the oven for about half an hour. We made the pie! Pretty close. The edges are burned a little bit. See up here? So I would recommend just putting the turkey on at the beginning and then just cooking it all the way through, because even the pumpkin part seems a little bit darker than I would want it to be. Overall, I would say this project was medium difficult. I wouldn't make this if I was making a whole Thanksgiving meal, but maybe if I was just bringing the pie, I would do it. I wouldn't like rush right away to make this again. Please subscribe, share, and comment down below, especially if you have a project that you want me to try. We did it!